Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Um, I hope you all can see that better. So, um, hey BLB, how you doing? It's kind of hard for me to read the comments. I kind of glance at them once in a while, um, and try to see anybody that comes in, call you out. But we're going to be talking a lot about the Mandela effect and the meaning behind the Mandela effect, the messages, the spiritual messages behind the Mandela effect. This was C3PO's Golden Calf channel, and we've been struggling with the Mandela effect. I have been for 8 years now, and about 2 days ago, I just popped up in my feed, and I didn't know that C3PO had been making these, and he has found um, some of the meanings behind some of these spiritual messages that we've been getting for the last 8 years, and we didn't know anything about what they meant or anything. So, um, but anyway, so what it comes down to is the Mandela effect. M-E, we were calling that, doing the ME, we did the ME24, stuff like that. We never put that together, like, uh, what you don't know about me. And that is, what I think is that he's meaning by that is by you don't, what you don't know about the Lord. I'm guessing, I'm not sure, I haven't watched these particular ones, but I'm guessing. I'm not sure how. We'll have to get into them, and a lot of them, that the ones that I have gone through, that I've seen and noticed through uh, the last 8 years, um, the messages that he has found for some of these Mandela effects, I think he's spot on. Um, that we didn't know whether these messages were coming from Satan or or the Lord or somebody else on the other side, or we just didn't know. And now it is, now that we know what is coming in the where I do I I know what's coming in the future real quick here. I was able to stumble along with all these other messages I've been getting. I just happened to come across these. And I was like, wow, this is incredible to see these spiritual messages, and how they relate to a lot of the things here. And we'll get into it here. This first one here is called The Needle and the Kraken, Spiritual Messages Part 7. Some of them will be where you'll notice as we go along. I'll have to explain some of this as we go along. Hey, Peanut, welcome. Uh, hey, Chloe here. Uh, okay, so let's get into the first one. Okay, so I'm going to be pausing this here and there and trying to do my best, because this covers up some of the words sometimes, so I have to um, hit the back button to get this stuff off there so we can read what's down here. But sometimes I wind it, or when I pause it, it actually winds it back like 5 seconds. So we'll have to. It this is the first time I'm doing this, so just kind of bear with me. The information is awesome if you can just bear with me. All right, so this is a picture of the David Bowie, The man who old sold sold with a dollar sign. The man who sold the world. Okay, here we go. The original 1970 album cover left this speech bubble empty. So the 2020 50th anniversary album cover could say this: roll up your sleeves, take a look at your arms. That is the David Bowie, the man who sold the world. This is the Star Wars movie, 1977. Needles are in practically all world script media. Oops, see, I reminded. See the needles here too? I guess they replaced the guns with needles, maybe. I don't know if that's what most people say. Sometimes they are subliminal and sometimes they are blatant. And they are often paired with the Kraken. Gremlins 2, the new batch. Black goo needle. See the black goo in there? The first show us the bat gremlins. They first show us the bat gremlin and then the spider gremlin because bats symbolize the black goo and spiders symbolize the Kraken. The Kraken, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and the Needle. The Kraken and the Needle. Enemy. Someone who keeps high, highlighted left eye of destruction. Hmm. Someone who keeps choosing the Kraken beast system. Highlighted left eye of destruction. Highlight. I don't. Do you guys see? I'm missing something there. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Chloe. Okay, we'll just keep going. Okay, this is Arrival. Rupees Niagara, mist representing the North Pole. This is Arrival. Give you an immunization dose that covers a battery of bacterial threats. Could you sign these, please? Roll up your sleeves. The booster is a kit to your system, so you may experience some side effects, nausea, dizziness, headaches, the ringing in your ears like you have tinnitus. Portal from the light to dark, pushed up like in a giant needle. Needle. Oops, I missed that. Let's go back a second here. Nausea, dizziness, headaches, the ringing in your ears like you have tinnitus. Hey there. Oops. Needle. Yeah. See, this sucks. Can you guys read that? Needle portal and the false light. This one I cannot get behind it, but let's see. I'm at 130. Pushed up like in a giant needle.
Smells good, dizziness, headaches, the ringing in your ears like you have tinnitus.
Luis and I, John, represent the left and right pillars.
Smells good, dizziness,
Damn it. I keep reminding
the
the
ringing in
damn
your ears
thing.
like you have tinnitus.
The Kraken communicating with Black Group, shaped like inverted diamond rings. Phantoms, 1998. Hollywood characters will often say Jesus or Christ when showing the Kraken. Whoops, missed it. I missed something there. Okay, so on the bottom it says because it's the Antichrist and they are inverting it. Black Goo Dome glass breaks and he dies. And he's resurrected as a hive mind impulse needles. A villain's lower half becomes tentacles, symbolizing the roots of the tree of life. It's limbo time. How low can you go? John dies at the end. This is M3 Alliance, Midnight Alliance 2012. A kraken insect with scorpion stinger appears. When he discovers the black needle, he ran in. Yeah. Black Blue spiked balls, opening the gate door. To meet Korokin equals Kraken. To meet Korok equals Kraken. The mist. Kraken tentacles from. Oops. Okay, so this one, Central Pillar Gate. Uh, this is the movie The Mist. Stung on the neck like a vampire bite. And this is the dome up there. This is a Stephen King movie. Fear changes everything. A lot of stuff in this one. So this ain't the it. This is just later on we're gonna get into actual Mandela effects, like 10, 15 seconds of each video. This is just something that he wants to show that has to do with how many times they have put needles in these movies, and so they got everybody indoctrinated to seeing needles all the time, and people in the movies telling other people to roll up their sleeves because this will do them good and all that. So this is what he's kind of showing here. Kraken insect with a scorpion stinger. Ancient hive mind entity. Scarface arrives in America on the Body Snatcher. She's talking about the beast system. This was actually on mainstream news. 700 sheep and goats were arranged in the shape of a syringe to encourage vaccinations. Right there. See it better? Right there.
I don't have to listen to this bullshit. You want to work 10 fucking hours, you own nothing, you got nothing? Do you want a Chirano on every corner, man, looking after you, watching everything you do, everything you say? Do you know I eat octopus sleep, basically?
He's talking about the Kraken.
Why'd you be like that? What do you want me to say then?
This is Stranger Things, 2016. The Kraken storm. Smoke, storm, and tentacles. I know you could read that, but I have to stop this every so often so they don't end up pulling my video.
He knows where we are, sort of shadow. He's lying. He killed the soldiers. He'll kill us too.
Will, whoop. I hate that one. I can't stop it fast enough. Will became a spy for the Kraken hive mind.
We need to make Will sleep. What? He's a spy. He knows where we are, sort of shadow. He's lying. He killed the soldiers. He'll kill us too. He's lying. He's lying. Will, listen. Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
And he's a body snatched imposter.
Your mom. Hold him down. No, let go.
The needle puts the Kraken spy to sleep. The faculty. The drug pens are needles. These 6 students are about to discover their teachers really are from another planet. Blue beam, red dome. Here's the beam and the dome in the back. Take a hit, he says. Oops. That's right.
Solution. We know the steps, right? Okay. And 2 times. Come on, man. If you're an alien, you got
Hornets is an anagram for thrones, and hornets have stingers. Red sparks, hive mind kraken. Feel the sting. Did you guys see that in the background? The what the hell do you call it? Okay, so we gotta back this up a little bit. Red spark, right there. Anyways, he says, feel the sting. He's got a pointer right there. It says, feel the sting. Tentacles reach out to pull her down. and reveal needles for teeth. The boys, Blue Cross, murdered by needles. Look at them needles sticking out of her arm. This is a 2019 movie. It's called The Boys, murdered by needles and reveal needles for teeth. Oh, got that already.
You're right. You taught her how to be a monster, but not the little girl.
Just a pinch.
The permanent V is blue to it in.
You're right. You taught her how to be a monster, but not the little girl.
Just a pinch.
The permanent V is blue to imitate Christ. Ah,
You didn't know. She shot a sweet little Zoe for me. Turned her into a tentacle mouth nightmare.
turning into a tentacle mouth nightmare. Now she's on the other side of the mirror, through the looking glass.
What do you want? You want a little bit of money? Are you here for money? You ship boxes labeled as polio vaccine, but they're not really
The needles aren't what they say they are.
polio vaccine, are they? They're compound V.
Wasn't I chosen to save you? Is it not my God-given purpose to protect the United States of America?
Now, right here, he's showing them cards. What are they called? The Illuminati cards. And this one says charismatic leader. Now I'm going to rewind this a little bit because I want you to see this other
Wasn't I chosen?
right here. This is another Illuminati card. Enough is enough. When Trump was saying that, doesn't that card look exactly like him? And then he's basically playing the Trump character.
Want a little bit of money? Are you here for money? You ship boxes labeled as polio vaccine, but they're not really polio vaccine, are they? They're compound V.
Wasn't I chosen to save you? Is it not my God-given purpose to protect the United States of America?
Christ pose, or Christ pose.
You really gonna shoot that shit in your veins? You know, I figure that's just I was already to fly screaming.
Highlighting the number 6. The temporary V is green to
Nothing too low. I can go low. I can go straight to hell.
You have to stop.
Your brain's
black goo coming out of his ears. He took so many V needles that he became the Kraken too. Now, could you imagine if them things that people have been sticking in their arms lately? Could you imagine if they would turn into after so many years or whatever, they would turn into some kind of zombie or kraken like that, or some kind of monster? Oh, that would be crazy. Hey, Jennifer. I was watching our earlier video, Patrick. but we'll finish later. Awesome. Who else is here? The Nut House. Oops. Did that show attention? I tried to put a comment on there. It's not worth. We'll take a break. We'll take a break after. We got about 7 minutes left, I guess. So we'll take a break in a little bit and chat a little bit. How's that sound? Does that sound all right? All right, all right. Because I'm excited to get into the Mandela effects later. This was just I wanted you guys to see this.
Yeah, it's day 7.
Okay. Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots 2008. Black needle filled with suppressor nano machines.
It's full of suppressor now. Jeez. Relax. It won't hurt. You're scared of needles or something.
Then the first boss he faces after getting injected in is the Kraken. Snake, my prey. Clown Kraken like in Stephen King's It. Imposter Mask. That's a big one. Imposter Mask. Because they do that a lot. They wear different masks to pull off one of the higher up people. I think you all know that one. Black Widow, Marvel 2021, Venomous Spider. Needles are usually used to put people to sleep, putting the White Star to sleep. Terminator 2. They are also used to poison people. Okay, let's see what we got here. 215 plus 1 equals 216. 6 times 6 times 6 equals pairing 666 with the needles. Got that? Oops. Forgot the password.
Broke my arm. 215 bones in your body. That's one. That's it.
Blue color to mimic Christ. This is Lucy, 2014. Remember that movie? The needle and the Kraken. Needle to the neck like a vampire bite. Okay, this movie is Ferozia 2024. Needle and explosion, and then they got this here. You guys can't really see it. Hold on. Um, but he's got arrow pointing down here, and there's like a bunch of balls with spikes on them, which like they look like the COVID. You know what they were using for the COVID, like this little red dot here, splotch. First comes the bat, black blue needle, and then comes the devil, horned kraken, phoenix vehicle, needle shot into the kraken. Spider-Man, the kraken and the needle, the Lego movie, the needle and the kraken, the Kraken Storm, War of the Worlds, started a while ago. It's a war over inner space. Okay, the spiritual messages of the Mandela Effect. Here's where we're going to take a little break, and I'll read some messages and talk to you a little bit here. Yo, 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 how's everybody doing? Okay, let's see. What? Okay. Living on the edge, baby. I just have to go break over like Pat. Yeah, okay, Nut House, thanks for stopping in. Hope to see you later. Um, if you guys end up leaving, make sure that you come back at some other time and try to go back through uh the ones that I'm going to be showing, the Mandela effects that the meaning where the meanings. This is just like I said, this is just uh something he wanted to show about how the needles and stuff have been in so many movies. The programming, subliminal. Yes, subliminal. Okay, you got. Let's see. Hide. What am I doing? Um, I need to ban style. No, that's right. I just trying to change this. Put some color in the background here. Um, I don't know how to do it. It's been so long since I've done these. Um, since I've done. I don't know how to put. Eh, this one I think maybe works. Let's see if that works. No, why is this not? Video backgrounds are now supported in the studio. Video backgrounds? Oh, backgrounds aren't visible in solo layout. You can crop solo layout. Oh, okay. Okay, so background. Oh, so I gotta change the layout. Change the layout. How the hell do you change the layout? Yes, layout. Here we go. There we go. I think that might have been it. This is crazy. Layout. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't know where to get the background from. How to create a background. Forget it. Screw it. I don't care. Okay. I know. I'm so like a jumbo without Netflix. That color is fine. The white is okay. Is that what you're seeing? Is white right around that? Okay. Hey, Joe Dirt, Ken F. Someone wake up, Smurf girl. So Glenn, Chloe, Ken F, uh, BLB. Welcome, you guys. Welcome everybody. Sit down and have some make some popcorn. Chloe, uh, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Let's see. Dogs are barking out back. Okay, so what's up? What's up, everybody? Um, so what did you guys think of that so far? Do you guys want to watch the rest of that one? We get it. There's needles in a lot of movies, right? You kind of got that. So, do you want to move on to like the other ones where the Mandela effects, the Mandela effects show meaning, what the meanings are behind some of these Mandela effects? Uh, I really wanted to watch this one, The Spiritual Messages of the Mandela Effect. This one has All in the Family on it and stuff. I have not seen it yet. There's a couple I've seen about two or three, and um, the ones that I seen were excellent. This the one that I showed you. I think was probably a little boring. So the Mandela effects are spiritual messages. I was watching your video that's tripping me out. Some people don't see them. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm doing this because I want people. I want to be able to people to get a chance to like see a Mandela effect and then think for themselves which way do I remember it, and then they can right away see the spiritual message because we I had to wait 8 years. I mean, the Mandela effect had been driving me crazy for a good 6 years of that, 8 years. And then I just kind of was like, kind of slowly getting away from it because I was like, man, I don't know. I can't figure it out. Nobody could figure it out. And then all of a sudden, 2 days ago, this popped up and he'd been doing them for a year. And he's been doing a great job. They make perfect sense. A lot of them do. Um, I see the effects, but not the messages behind them. Oh, okay. Or maybe I do, I don't. Yeah. So let's check this one out here real quick. Here, I'll turn the camera around because I'm gonna try to see what this one is all about. Number one, who will save your soul? Remember that song by Jewel? Pieces of You. Number one, who will save your soul? Do you guys remember this Mandela effect? This change to I reminded it again. And that's what it changed to. Before it was, who will save your soul? Now it's, who will save your souls? How? Come on. Pause. Fast forward. The title and the official CD lyrics are still singular. This one is Hall & Oates. You got my body, now you want my soul. Two, you got the body, now you want my soul. You got the body, now you want my soul. These are, I personally don't like. Not everybody is going. It's not going. Not all Mandela effects are related. Or how am I going to put this? Not everybody is going to relate to every Mandela effect. I think the reason why there's so many Mandela effects is because they have to be so many because people like different things. People have different interests. So I believe that that's why it's in so many categories in different things and logos and all that. Uh, spelling changes, like the spelling changes, unless it's a real easy one, they don't relate to me because I'm not a very good speller. So I wouldn't know what it was before. Got it? So this one here does not relate to me, so I don't know which way it was before. You got the body, now you want my soul. I think that's the way it started out. I think. You got my body. You got my body, now you want my soul. I think that was what it changed. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think on that one? Which way do you guys think it went? I don't know that Mandela effect. This is the Eagles. This could be heaven, or this could be hell. Does that sound right to you guys? I never heard that song before. 100%. Okay, so this could be heaven, or this could be hell. So now it changed. This could be heaven, and this could be hell. Okay, that one's not. I'm not related to that one either. But some of you may. And if I'm wrong on whether it was this way or that way when that doesn't relate to me, you guys tell me what you think it is because I don't know. I don't know these ones. The official record lyrics still say or. This is Hotel California. Mamas and papas, I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray. Now this one I know very well. This one I was a little upset when this change happened because it says I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray. That's what it changed to. Before it changed, it was began to pray. Now it's pretend to pray. And performers singing began while covering the song. So he says began what is what it started with. Now it's pretend. So what it is, why the spiritual? What's the spiritual message in this right here? The spiritual message is the pretend. The pretend. The Lord, I believe, changed it to pretend because so many people go to church and they pretend to pray, and then they walk out of that church and they go back to doing the same crap that they were doing before they walked in that church. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fake Christians out there. So let's see. Did I fast forward? And the reason that he shows you what they sang before, and these are very hard to find. All right? This one is there's a lot of these music out there, but music, a lot of people singing these songs is what I'm trying to say. But most of them are singing the right way because they don't know about the change. So in their mind, it still began to pray. Do you guys understand? I know a lot of you do understand this, but the people who are going to see this and they want to learn about Mandela effects, this is exactly how a Mandela effect goes. Is the Lord will change the like change the word, or like take the dash out of Kit Kat or whatever for the message. So I don't know. Do you guys understand? I'm not the best at explaining stuff, but I'm trying. Okay, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I can feel it. I can feel it. Still says, hold on. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, hold on, hold on. I can feel it. Still says, hold on. This one's not. I don't know. This one, I'm not vibing with this one. But this one, I know this one very well. Do you guys remember this one when this changed? God's hand is now lower than Adam's on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. See where, and before God was above, a little bit above over here, because God is above man. He's not equal to. They're not equals. So, anyways, God's hand now he's showing where they're throwing all these mimics in there now, with all kinds of different things. His cloud also became a brain, and his cherubs look less inviting. Um, hey Rick, let's see. God's hand has increment, increment, lowered over the years. So, anyways, so now they're going to mimic it. These parodies all have it at a higher level because that's the way it was. This one is, I know this one very well too. I remember the cornucopia being on the Fruit of Loom underwear and shirts. The cornucopia, or the horn of plenty, was, I'm trying to read what he's got here. Oh, was removed from this logo. So the Fruit of Loom removed the cornucopia out of there. It's just the fruit now. Do you guys remember when they had the cornucopia in there? And this is also another fact in these Mandela effects, is that you cannot find you cannot find anything like that now anywhere. And when you research it, there it never was. Supposedly, it never was there. Sometimes, very rarely, you can find Mandela effects, but they have been drawn or something from a person who, like the American flag is another Mandela effect. The red stripe was always underneath the star box. Now it's a white stripe, but the red stripe was underneath there, and uh, that I'm losing my track of thought here. Um, but when you research them, the history shows that it was never that way. Now with the flag, they'll show all kinds of different flags, and they'll put the meaning up. They do show one with the red underneath there, but they say that it only flies during wartime. And I'm like, bullshit. We've been in war for the last 20, 30 years, whatever. And that flag is never flowing with the red underneath. So, whatever. But when they like to mock the Mandela effect, and they like to, um, they like to mock it. They have fun mocking it. And they know that these are spiritual messages. That's why they mock it all the time. Hey, Cammy. Hey, do you want to come up? Do you want to come on, Cammy? Maybe you give a little bit of energy, or not energy, but a little bit of fun, because I think I might be a little boring here. Okay, let's go on. Frank Frank West, the artist of this album cover, blank. I can't read what's behind there, but the iconic logo that now never existed, Fruit of the Loom. Oops. I'm going to have to change the batteries in the controller. South Park. I should have never. Oops. Aunt Bully. This one is a very well known one too. The Thinker. Uh, first, first to the forehead, second fist to the chin, and the third. It's changed this many times. The third is open hand. Fourth, elbow crossed, across the knees. The Thinker statue pose has altered 3 times. Maybe we should be thinking about this. Look at these guys. Original pose. These are pictures of people posing the right way. Now, how does that happen? You got past pictures of many, many people posing the way that it used to be because it's still in their minds. They're not looking at the statue to see that it changed the pose. That's the original pose. Ain't that incredible? Um, let's see. Whoops. Oh shit. I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Crickets. I'm not very good at this, am I? What the hell is going on? What the? Oh, come on. Now you can't even get off away from that. Ugh. I think I need some lessons on how to operate this TV. Okay, so back to the original pose.
Got two poses to choose from: the Seiko or the Seiko.
These tourists pose incorrectly when the statue is right next to them. So, so even though the statue's right next to them, where he's got it changed from the head to the chin, these guys are still all posing the original way. Okay, so this one is you. I can't read that. 347. Oh, you. Okay. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Hit and jab are synonymous. Michael Jackson, bad. Singing struck. Alien ate farm singing struck in. The City of Angels means world like in Dark City, Free Guy, and The Truman Show. The Red Hot Chili Peppers live. Sorry, somebody's trying to. Now I forgot if I fast forwarded it or not. There we go. Carly Simon, you're so vain, but you think this song is about you. I bet you think this song is about you, don't you, don't you? I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? I bet you think this song is about you, don't you? That definitely my favorite shit. The Book of Isaiah. Keep it silent. I'll be getting it. The lion shall lie down with the lamb. So this is the Bible change. The verse, wolves in sheep's clothing now dwell among us. The Bible change is you guys remember that one? The lion original. The lion will lay down with the lamb. I believe that's the one that he's about to talk about. Sergeant York, 1941. The wolf shall, hold on. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb. Okay, this ain't the Bible verse I was thinking about. I don't know. I guess we'll have to watch it.
When wild
Or maybe it is.
became a lion and a lamb playing together, and a little child leading them in a world of peace at last. It says so right in the Bible. The day will come when the lion will lay down with the lamb.
Yep. Oh, did you see her fur coat?
It says so right in the Bible. The day will come when the lion will lay down with the lamb.
So now it changed to wolf. The wolf will lie down with the lamb. Go to your JV Bibles and look. Okay. So her fur coat no longer has spots. I didn't even notice that before. I didn't know about this one. You guys remember her having spots on her coat? Cruella DeVille.
To lay down with the lamb.
This is Dalmatians, by the way. A lot of stuff here. Okay, Cruella DeVille. She adored Dalmatian spots for her coat. Two. I can't read that. Dogs fall in love and try to rescue the puppies from Whitey Cruel DeVille. I don't know what that was for. Oh, her name. Her name is different. It's spelled different, I think. Is what because he's got DeVille here, DeVille here, DeVille here, DeVille. This must be the original. I didn't know this one changed. DeVille. Well, let's see.
To lay down with the lamb.
Oh, it did. It took the E off there. That missing the L. Is it really missing the L in the E? Yeah, DeVille. That's what it is now. We'll look it up. You guys remember it's spelled that way?
Lucy?
Look, isn't this beautiful?
I recognize this one too. You got some explaining to do. Ricky never said, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. That's what he said originally. Now, he supposedly never said that line. Do you guys recognize that line from that show? Okay, so this is names like Lucy and Luke denote Lucifer and the left pillar.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do. Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Okay, this one is The Empire Strikes Back. I think you all remember this one. Now, this is the way it is now. No, Luke, I am your father. What did it say before, guys? Y'all know that one? I used to say it in the fan. I I don't even remember now. I am your father. No, Luke. That's it. Luke, I am your father. Right? It's been so long. You know, some of these things are. Well, there's my double sixes. This is something personal for me. For many years now, I've been seeing these double sixes, and I still really don't know what the meaning behind it is. I don't know if it's a good meaning or what, but I'm assuming that it's a good meaning. So whenever that pops up, I think, I do whatever. Anyways, let's go on with this.
You got some explaining to do, Lucy. You got some explaining to do.
No, look, I am your father.
I am your father.
Yeah, before it was just Luke. The no was not in there.
What do you want? CNN or your father?
E.T. points to Elliot's heart at the end of the movie. The big budget Sky ad in 2019 even casted the original Elliot actor as the father, and got the ending wrong. An extra, an extraterrestrial moving from the heart to the throne room. Okay, break time. Let's have a talk. Get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah, I've been seeing these double sixes for a long time. They'd show up on my receipts. Um, like I don't know. They've just been popping out, and I don't know like if they mean something, or when they pop up in certain situations. I'm like, should I follow this or you know, man equals six. Okay. A Chloe Rigg, 66 books in the Bible. What? Is it? Is it? So maybe double strand DNA helix? Hello, hey, Fathead Adventure, versus the triple six. Yeah, I don't know. I seen something about the the I don't want to get into all that. I was going to talk about the DNA strands and how they're trying to change them with this mRNA stuff, but I don't think I want to get into that because that might end up having pull pull my video just for that. But and I don't know. Anybody want to come up here and talk with me? I'm kind of really getting talked out already. Of course, I've been doing this all day. Really, this is my third stream today. One video and two live streams. So I'm kind of worn out. I haven't even eaten yet all day. Hold on. I think a piece of gum will be good. Bubble. Double bubble bubble gum. Did I take a nap? No, I haven't had time to take a nap. Doesn't this layout just seems to be wrong? I'm not comfortable with this layout. Yeah, a piece of gum. Yeah, it is. Mm, 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 mm. I swallowed it. Um, I don't know. So what's been going on in your guys' neighborhood? Anything exciting or anything? Yeah, I'm okay. Hmm. Just ducky. I said ducky. I found snow the other day. Oh, did you? You got some fake snow? Have any of you guys seen any of the drones? I have not seen any drones. Oh, no, Cammy just brought up. See, we think alike. Drones and stuff, lights, etc. Spraying the sky like never before. I know we got a lot of spraying going on. I've seen a lot of sky action today. My son and I watch how it's made together. Now he tells people how gum has rubber in it and you shouldn't chew it. Really? That's like I heard that they put plastic in our cheese. Yeah, all our food is poisoned. It's like I don't even know what to eat anymore. I mean, I really haven't been eating much lately because I really don't know what to eat. I've been eating crackers and uh, lots of cheese. No, I'm not eating cheese. I'm not eating cheese. I don't drink milk. Peanut butter crackers. I had some oatmeal. Oh, I had oatmeal today for breakfast. There's nothing safe anymore these days. Oh, it's nope. So it's all poison. I seen a video of somebody showing a video from I think it was Australia or something. Not sure where they were, but they were showing their label can, like a soup can, and it had like so many ingredients in it, like maybe three or four, maybe three, four, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, it wasn't very much. And then they put the American can up against that can, and they had like a paragraph of shit in it. Our food is not good. It's not good at all. Gotta stay away from it somehow. I gotta get out and try to find me some Amish people. We have a lot of Amish, but I don't know if they sell anything. I don't. They do eggs, which eggs have been really sky high lately. I think I bought a dozen eggs the other day. That was a couple weeks ago, and
I don't remember what it was. I think it was right around $5. I think it's more now. 10 people watching, 10 likes, and 944. Is it that late already? 12 people watching. I am Pennsylvania Dutch. We have like 15 to their 3. Yeah, yeah. So, Chloe, what do you think about your Canada becoming our 51st state? He's just taking over the world, isn't he? Oh, and he wants Greenland too. This guy's out there, man. This guy is out there. You notice how no, I heard that uh, I caught about 5 minutes of the news, and was it Colombia? Colombia wasn't going to take uh, their illegal aliens back to their country, and Trump was playing golf or something, and he was told that they weren't going to take them back, so he made one phone call to Colombia, and he's told Colombia that if they don't take their people back, he would destroy Colombia, or I think it was Colombia. I'm not don't quote me on. I think it was Colombia, but he was going to destroy Colombia. I'm like, what in the fuck? This guy, you know, what a lot of people don't realize is the people that, like, when he goes and threatens Colombia like that, it's a game. Colombia knows what the fuck what that the threat he's not really making that threat as far as them two know, because they're both in on it. I don't know. I just either I'm seeing a lot of stuff that that is true and happening, or I'm getting a lot of false information. you know, but I think I'm right on the head with a lot of this shit because I'm seeing it, and I know a lot of you are seeing it too. But it just cannot get the public to understand. Nobody will listen, but they'll have they'll have to soon. Uh, I'm sick of waiting. Let's just fucking get on with it. Let's do it. Nothing but nothing but an actor. Yep, they're all actors. Like the guy in Ukraine, the president of Ukraine. You know that the uh, uh America put in he put America put him in power in Ukraine. I mean, they placed these guys like they you know. I mean, you guys know. It's like how when I was tending bar, I had a lot of information that we all have had over the years about things, and I would kind of lay it on some people, you know, to see how far they are, and it was like it was hard. It was very hard. It was hard e- emotionally, healthy wise. I mean, when I was on my feet for 12 hours a day, sometimes, most of the time about 9 or 10 hours, but that was very hard for me with the diabetes in my feet and everything. But the hardest part of all that overtook all that was dealing with the people, and everybody that comes to Spire, very nice people, very. down to earth, very nice, but they they didn't they do not have a clue. They do not even have a clue of what's going on. These guys are good. They sure got a lot of people. I mean, like I honestly think that in the Bible they talked about a great delusion, and I think that is like right now because there's just so many people that are fooled. But this is the way it's supposed to happen, right? This is the way it's supposed to go, I guess. This is supposed to happen, I guess, right? Or can humanity put a stop to it? Can we all stand up and say no? Or will they follow their leader? So I used to think a lot of the population saw that in me, but it was you guys that told me it was so very few, like 10,000, that to me was mind blowing. So I used to think a lot of the population saw that in me, but so very few, like 10,000. Oh, you mean like 10,000 that see the Emmy? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I think it's a lot more than 10,000, but I know it ain't very much that see the Emmy. Maybe not that much. Maybe it's not that much. I, how we kind of looked at that was by how mostly how many people were on the internet that were talking about it, and every one of them said that they would talk to their friends and family about it, and they got the same response as I did, as a lot of you did. So there is not many that see it. I know that. Uh, it I couldn't even talk about that in the bar at all because nobody understood anything. It is really hard if you don't have a clue. Um, if you don't have a clue to it, it's really hard to make people see it when like because it's kind of like a game. You have to tell them what the Mandela effect is without telling them the change. You want them to say what they think it is because you want to know what's in their mind. Do they remember what the way it used to be? And 99, no, let's say 95% of them would say the right way, the way that it was before. They would 95% of them would say the way it was before. But but once you told them the whole Mandela effect with the new way, the change in it, then they automatically be like, they switch to the new way, that's the way it was. And you're like, wait a sec, you just said it was the way. No, now it's the way it is now. Yeah, it was always that way. So it was very hard to kind of and I know a lot of you guys dealt with that too, but I feel bad. I feel sorry. Not sorry for them, but I feel sad that not a lot of people see it. And I I strictly was very blessed to see it because, like I said, I wasn't really going down the right path. I mean, not that I was out stealing and all that shit, but I wasn't in the Bible. I wasn't talking to God. You know, until I ended up in the coma, and then when I got out, it was like totally different. I totally feel like I'm in a different place. Really, I do. Um, but I don't know. Most of you guys know what happened to me, right? When I was put in a coma, because if you guys want to hear what happened, I will tell that. I will tell that story. Um, it, it's not a story. It's actually my it is a story kind of, but it's actually my. I don't know what they call it. it. It's when Jesus Christ found me. So it. What do they call that when you try to tell? Uh, People are very weak-minded. Yeah, amen. You were always God's child, Patrick, whether you know it or not. Yeah, I know, Chloe. But but I feel really bad that I messed up so much in my life, and I feel really bad that I hurt a lot of people along the way. And if I could go to everyone that I hurt, I would give them a big hug. They probably wouldn't want me to, but and I would say that I'm sorry. Um, there's nothing I can do about it now, but I really regret being an asshole. Um, but that's not the way I am now. That's for sure. Uh, but yeah, I definitely have changed a lot, and um, I do want to say on a live video, you know, my son Travis, he he lived with his mom most of pretty much well all of his life, basically, except for the first 2 years that we were together. But anyways, I want him. I don't talk to him anymore, but I want him to know if he was ever to see this that I do love him very much. I love all my kids. I love Katrina very much. I love Amanda very much. I love, there's a daughter I have that I have never seen um, because the mother didn't, since we weren't going to be together, she didn't want me on the birth certificate. So she just said she didn't know who the father was. But I tried to keep in contact with her. But she would destroy the tapes that I would make with her brother and me and it, Travis and stuff. And so she's around somewhere. I don't know where. I did find out a picture of her on Facebook. Uh, she must have been about 23 or 24 or so, and she's got a son. So I just can't find her. But and her name is Rayanna. Well, her name's Rayanna Frambach, but I don't know if she's got a married name now or if her mom married and changed the last name from Frambach to something else. I don't know. Anyways, I just want all my kids to know I love you guys very much. I had to fit that in there because I've never really said anything like that on my videos. But uh, I want to get that on tape. That I do think about them all a lot. I speak to my youngest daughter all the time, but the other ones we don't have a very good relationship. There's always a reason for how things are. We may not understand the reason, but God's will always will reign, whatever that may be. You never know what may happen. Yeah, and I'm used to spilling my guts on here, as you all know. I've been doing this for 7 years now, 7 years actually. I just got a thing from YouTube. But I've been taking basically the last 4 years though, 3 years, uh, last year or two, really. I haven't really done a whole lot in the last year or two, but now I can feel myself needing to come back. Uh, I've been getting that feeling, like before I ever started my YouTube videos, I had the channel since 2009, but I never did any YouTube videos until 2017, after I got out of the coma, um, and started seeing the Mandela effect, and that's when I started doing the videos. And I had no plan on doing the videos, but for like over a month, I was getting this feeling like, or message. I don't know what to call it. It's kind of like what's happening now. Uh, Overwhelming feeling and like a voice. I don't want you to think I got voices in my head, but being told to start doing videos about the Mandela effect. And I didn't want to do them because I didn't want to be on camera and stuff. I didn't know I knew I was going to talk about the Mandela effect, but I didn't know how to do anything. So that's how everything started, was the Mandela effect. Now I'm getting this overwhelming feeling like I should be doing videos and explaining this Mandela effect to people, now that we have some kind of idea what some of these messages mean. Um, or we think we know. He's done, you know, we don't know really, but it's a good. It sure vibes with me, these messages. Um, so I don't. Digi's channel is how or why I ever found YouTube. Really, I haven't seen him in a while. Is he doing YouTube videos right now? Miss the old streams. Oh, yeah, I know. We had some good times. Um, is Digi doing videos? If he, oh, he's not. Okay. When did he do that video then? Digi's channel is how or why I ever found YouTube. I never seen that. Yeah, less than 10 minutes till dinner. Yay. Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask you if you wanted to come up. 133. Oh, here comes. There's gonna be three, 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 three. That's gonna come. 4 threes. Get ready. Uh, I don't know what to talk about anymore. Do you guys want to watch some more of this, or do you want to wait until do? I need to figure a better way to do this stuff. How you doing, Rick? It's something we really need to give thanks for. What's that? The Mandela effect? So I was reaching why some people saw the effect, and I guess him and Musa were live. I clicked on a link that I had no idea was YouTube. Oh, researching. So I was researching why some people saw the effect, and I guess him and Musa were live. I clicked on the link and I had no idea. I don't get that. What you're trying to say. I heard Digi talking about wanting to find or know about God, and I thought, heck, yeah, I can support. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Rick, the old streams. I have a. I think I have most of my videos are still up, but I had a lot of videos taken down. I had a lot of videos taken down. I had gotten a lot of strikes for medical misinformation. That's coming back, by the way. That's coming back. We're gonna all be locked down soon. I think they're gonna try. I think they're going to try to push another one of the diseases that everybody's going to have to get inoculated for. You know, a lot of people don't know, and I want to make sure people do know this, is that the last time we were locked down, Trump was president. Think of that. I think that was the test run. That first one, that was a test run. They got everything they wanted. People are sheep. Look at what they did at Walmart's, making people, instead of walking straight in, there was no lines there. People had to walk all the way down because they put this blue tape up and they marked off where you could just walk straight in. Instead, you had to walk all the way down the damn sidewalk, go around the tape, and come right back up. Look at my videos on the Walmart ones, and there's this old guy trying. He was gonna walk straight in, and they stopped him. You know, there's tape here, sir. You gotta walk all the way around. This guy, he had a veteran hat on. He was, I don't know, probably 80 something years old, barely walk. He's got a cane. And I said, what the hell are you guys thinking? And I lifted that blue tape up and it accidentally ripped. But I tried to lift it up just enough so he could walk under it, but it ripped. And so they told me they were going to call the cops and get me for destroying their property. And I said, it's a freaking piece of tape. But watch, it's on video. People, I'll tell you, they got a little power. Some of these people, and you guys seen how they acted. Boy, you give them a little power, and they think they're gods. You tore my tape, you criminal. Yeah. Remember when all the stores had X's on the ground where you had to stand? Yeah, yeah, and they had arrows where you had to walk down the aisles. I purposely walked against them every time, and then yeah, you had to stand in line and be 6 feet apart from people. That was wait, you got that should have been the biggest clue of them all, right there. Just, that should have been the biggest clue of them all. How much control they had over people when that was going on is I can't. I almost got in that video's up too. I almost got in a fight in the damn park. Remember that? Because I was too close to these people. They thought I was going to get them sick, and I wasn't even sick. I wasn't sick. I was just talking to them, and I just wanted to get their thoughts on what what I told them the shot was coming. This was before they announced that they had the shot. And then I said, "Are you guys going to get?" I don't know. I don't know exactly what I said, but if you go and watch the video, you'll see. I almost got in a fist fight over it. I told them to do something about it. When they tried to approach me, I would put my arms straight out in front of me and yell out 6 foot. Yeah, you know, and I know now. I was the way people were acting. I was a little on edge because I was a little mad the way people were just following this, and so I did some things that I probably shouldn't have did, like standing in line behind people. Remember the staple? I think that is on my. If you go back and look, I have a video of me. I think it was in Office Max, and there was a husband and wife in there, and they're a little bit older, probably in their 50s or 60s, and they're standing in line, and I'm standing behind them. I must have been too close. I was coughing, or sniffling. I was sniffling, um, which I always do. I, maybe not lately, but I always do. It was winter time. I had a runny nose. Anyways, they they got paranoid and they started moving away from me or moving up in the line. And I was just like, man, I can't believe this shit. People are so fucking scared. And so I would move a little bit closer, and they'd move a little bit further apart. And then, and then I couldn't believe the guy walked. He was right. He was like, I mean, they were still a good distance from me, a good 3 feet, at least 3 feet, and or four, I don't know. But anyways, the guy was standing. He was right here. The wife was behind him. He moves behind the wife, leaving the wife, leaving the wife protecting him. And I was like, wow, this is a true man. This is a true man. He puts his wife in. Oh, I don't know. That didn't make me feel very good about humanity. But then recently, when the hurricane went up into North Carolina, I was so elated to see the people that were coming to help their fellow citizens because the government wasn't stepping up to help in no way, shape, or form. They didn't do jack shit. And the American people, they went up and made roads for these people because this place was it's still a disaster. It's still fucking looks like a war zone. They need so much help there. And now LA. Now LA. What are you gonna do with the people? Where are the people gonna go that lost their home? I know a lot of them passed away in the fires, but there's a lot of people that are homeless now. Where are they gonna go? Your ex-wife's in Tennessee. What's she doing in Tennessee? Hey, Helen. Nice to see you. I seen somebody else come in here too. Hey. Oh, Prelim. Hey, Prelim. Welcome. Yeah, if you got any of you guys want to come on, I'll put. I haven't put the link out there, have I? You know what? I don't even remember how to get the link. It's been so long. Where do you get the link at? I don't remember. Oh, here. Invite guys. Copy. Post. There we go. There's a link if anybody wants to come on. Help me out here. So, how is Helen doing? When North Carolina is still tent city. Where did your comment go? I was just. Where did that comment go? Did you erase your comment? Where did that comment go? The North Carolina. Who wrote that comment? I don't even see the comment. It's late here. I'm gonna just be here a bit. So, how you doing, Ellen? What you been up to? How is it in? Yeah, you're in Britain. How is it over there? Are they rounding up? Didn't you have a bunch of aliens come into your country too? Are they rounding them up? I don't know if I said in this video. Did I talk about? Did I talk about the firearm or the what Trump said about the terrorist and what the hell you call them, the drug cartel? He called the drug cartel terrorists. Did I talk about that at all? Because I got some information on that. What's going on there? I just see.
Hello,
Hey, Rick.
everyone. What's up, Pat?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, bro. I'm doing. I can't complain. I won't
Let me
complain.
let me.
I'm good, bro. Look, things haven't changed. Um, I'm in a tent. All right, still homeless, but
Are you
I have heat.
still homeless?
Yeah, look, I have heat, bro. I have heat. I got light. I got everything I need up here. The only thing that I don't have up here is running water. Right? That's a problem for me. I got to constantly leave and bring up water. Pat, I think I'll be homeless
Really?
for for real, Pat. I think I'll be homeless for. I'm content, bro. I don't believe that I'm homeless. All right, I'm at a spot where no one plays with my things. Nothing goes missing. All right, God willing, I'm very blessed. All right. I hate. I kind of don't like to say what I have, right? Because I don't want to go and missing, blah blah blah. But again, I don't believe any any ill will can really touch me anymore. Knock on wood. I don't like to say that, but again, that's just the mind frame that I'm in, Pat. It's unexplainable, bro. Look, like I see you breaking down on videos and all that about what's going on in the world. And again, I go through that so many times a day. Yeah, I don't like to leave where I'm at right now because I'm so content. He's literally laid me down in a green pasture, bro. I'm in a forest, and again, it's just a little nip, bro. It's not really a forest. I'd like to be in the mountains. Right now, there's a lot of things going on, eh, right, in this world, and my brother has reached out to me. All right, my oldest brother, who is like-minded. All right, he sees everything that's going on that we see. All right, and he's thinking about he wants to go out to the Ozarks. So, and that's come the new year, the real new year, right? Which we all know is in April, spring. It's not what just transpired.
Yeah,
The
that's
only,
what I'm actually thinking that. Oops, sorry. I'm
that's all
actually
right.
thinking that uh that this all might kick off around that time, around March, April, March.
Yeah, well,
May kick off before that, but huh?
but if you kind of look at it, it all started in January. It started at the end of 2024. And again, like you
What's
said,
it?
all this nonsense. All the wait. Look, you have the
You mean no? This is what you're saying. All the nonsense started at the end of 2024.
well, no. It started wrapping up. all right, because you had the Pope opening certain portals, right? And then all of
Yeah,
a sudden, as soon
yeah,
as 2025 hit, it was like every day we were hit with it wrapped up so much. It's like he's speeding time up, I guess, right? Because it's written that in the end days,
yeah,
time will be shortened for our safety, for our sake. All right. Now,
yeah. Because
again,
I think the demons are. I think the demons have been released already, or they are being released right now.
well, see, now that's one thing. You have the Euphrates River, right, drying up, and it said that there's 4
Yeah.
demons. All right. Now, do you think he's going to let all those 4 demons go at once? No, he's going to let one at a time. And he's probably saved the last one for when it's completely dried up. Right? It's not like it's going to dry up and boom, he's going to let all 4 of them go. It's just we can't wrap our minds around his timing. That's the hardest problem that I have with what's going on because I'm so impatient.
Helen wants to know when the new year's supposed to be. What what month is that? You said April, but what day?
I don't know that. See, that's so hard. If you want to know the exact day, you have to go to the moon. You have to go to the signs in the sky. You have to go to the moon and the
Oh,
stars to find out the
oh, okay.
exact date.
I
All
thought
right.
I thought you were saying we're gonna have to set up a movie set and go to the moon like 1960
You mean like how they're
1969.
trying to debunk flat Earth, right? How they're trying to debunk flat Earth with that sellout. I can't believe
I
that he
guarantee
actually did
you
that.
I, I guarantee you nobody's leaving this earth.
No, we
I
can't.
mean,
We can't.
these these
Actually,
people think that are telling people that they can go to the moon and Mars and all that shit. That's all bullshit,
now, yes, it is. We can't leave the firmament. We cannot. We can't
right?
leave it. We're here until he decides to take us into the waters above, which is his heaven. And look, you see all these scientists like CERN. All right, CERN found 11 realms. They're saying that they found 11 realms where there's actually 12 realms, and they just can't
That's what I
get
thought.
into his realm. And the 12th realm is where he dwells. And that's what they're trying to do. It's all, it's like,
You know, I hate to interrupt you, but I wanted to put
no,
in there real quick before I forget. I'm actually learning that you remember that movie that they put out about these aliens or whatever you want to call them living on their world, and they got these trees, the spiritual trees
oh,
that they
Avatar.
yeah,
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 yeah.
Avatar. That this is kind of what's actually really going on. Is kind of like that movie. They tell us in movies what our tree, our spiritual trees. We actually had spiritual trees here, huge, humongous trees, and now they're mountains.
You look at
So
the devil's tower. The devil's tower. That's a tree stump. And yes,
yeah,
they see why like I remember hearing that the devil always has to tell us what he's doing, right? It's something, but he wraps it up in a lot of lies, like he'll show it in cartoons and movies and all that.
yeah.
Why you're seeing a lot of these movies today, they're written by the book. They're just twisted with the devil's touch. They can't
You
everything.
know
There's nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. So they keep on repeating it over and over
what
again.
what what I don't get is if they were if Jesus Christ
meant nothing and was fake, why do they mock him so
So
much?
much.
And
Yes,
why, you know, they don't do that to any other religion leader or whatever. It's always Jesus Christ that they're mocking.
yes, yes. I agree. And that's because that's what the enemy does. And that's the whole spiritual war that we are in now, because we know that he lives in us. So when the adversary sees us being who we are, he automatically attacks us with and
Yeah,
again,
we don't right. We don't wrestle
wrestle
against
against
flesh
flesh and
and
blood.
blood.
Yes, I was Pat.
We
I was just
wrestle
going to say
against
that.
principality. Yeah, go ahead, say
And
it.
yes, in heavenly places, and that's even written. It's heavenly places, which is changed now. It's now in high places. And it used to be in heavenly places because, again, Satan comes and goes.
Say the whole thing. Like I was saying, say the whole thing from the beginning.
It's
We
for now we
wrestle
wrestle
against
against flesh and
flesh
blood,
and
but we wrestle against principalities and it's there's something else I forget. See now, and principalities and something in heavenly places. I know that it's heavenly.
yeah,
What used to be heavenly places, and now it's switched to high places. Principality.
yeah.
See, I can't. I wish I could crack open my Bible, but I know my Bible is going to say high places, right? But again, I'm looking for principalities, and hold on, Pat. Principalities and
Flesh and blood. We
well,
don't
no, we
wrestle
wrestle
against
not against flesh and blood, but there's some.
flesh and blood. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think. It's we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, and there's something else against after a
Do you know?
principality.
Do you know what verse that is? Because I got my Bible right here.
I was just going to
Anybody know
ask
what verse that?
you what
Helen,
verse that is. There's someone in the chat. Because again, I'm not.
Helen
I
will know.
don't. It's Ephesians. It's in Ephesians because it's before we put on the armor of God, right?
Um,
Saying, excuse the dead air. we're all digging.
Spirit. Chloe says, spirits in high places.
It doesn't say principalities. Principalities and spirits in heaven and high places. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It's spirit. See, I didn't want to say spirit because the only spirit I believe in is the Holy Spirit. That's the only thing I want guiding me. But again, it's a constant attack. Pat, it's like I'm trying to kind of forget the past, and Google has a funny way of reminding me with all the pictures that I've taken in the past. And every time I think I'm kind of free from the past, I get a little reminder from Google or the algorithm wanting me to look back. Now, again, I look back a lot because I miss my family. I miss the life that I had. But I remember at the end of that, I started to pray, if you want me away from this, you'll take me away from it. And he surely did that. So and I can't fight that. I won't fight that. Even though I do so much. It's like I wrestle
Yeah.
with him constantly, and it hurts, but I'm constantly also asking for forgiveness and repenting of my sins that I know and that I don't know. Because again, we sin so much that we don't even realize it. It's become so I can't say ironic. I could say painful in a way, but that's when I rejoice in his sorrows. and just keep on going because I know I gotta keep on moving. I don't think. See, I hate to say I haven't ever lived better in my life now because again, I do miss how it was back in the day, back when I had my family. I was talking to my son.
Well,
I had a wife, and I don't have none of
Helen
that no
wrote it.
more.
For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of his dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms.
All right, hey, see, and that one it says
It,
the heaven.
it
Well, may
changed,
I ask
yeah.
what
It changed because
translation is that?
it used to be principalities, like Helen just said.
Right now, what is that? Is that KJV? What translation is that?
I don't know. Is that KJV, Helen? Ephesians 6:12.
I do remember authorities. I do remember that authorities, principalities, and but I can't believe that she actually put heavenly places because now I know in the KJV it's in high places. Just like in
Trying to
the
find it now.
KJV, God created the heaven and earth. It used to be heavens, and it just like it creepy, scary.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find this real quick. I gotta clear it. Hold on.
I stopped looking once you said that. But it is in
Huh?
Ephesians, I think, right?
Uh, Ephesians. 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 How do you pronounce that? She wrote it right there. 6:12:13.
I can't see the chat. I have
I
another
can't
phone.
pronounce.
It's Ephesians, right?
It's
I'm pretty sure it
is
is.
that yeah, EPH.
Yeah, Ephesians. Hold on. Let me see what I got here.
I cannot find it in here.
Hi. Welcome to my world, bro.
Whenever you're trying to
Whenever
find
you're looking
something,
for something, you can't find it. I know. I put it. Ephesians right here, 1271. Hold on, I got it. 1271. Now this is KJV.
yeah.
This is the Bible. This is the Bible that I learned on. That the Holy Spirit guided me through, and it's all marked up. It was my dad's Bible, who died
Hey, Peanut's in the house.
on January 1st, New Year's Day, supposedly.
Oh, and I don't know if I already said that. Lots of things, like when things are happening, I don't even have to think about some stuff. It just pops through my head and tells me, what's going on, what the truth is, and that's how I've been getting all this, that the 4 years of Biden was all set up for people would be begging for Trump to come in if you made everything hard enough for the 4 years. We had to get Biden out of office. How everybody was so on edge because they're afraid that she was going to get in office
Take
and we
over,
would have to have
right?
another. That was all by plan. They are so good at fooling the American people.
Pat, this is how much they plan. Now listen, how you were saying Trump's coming back to kind of finish, or I was saying it. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. I said Trump's coming back to finish up America because he was the only president that ever signed us over to FEMA. All right, but if you look at it, the president right before it, Biden, was the one that wrote the Patriot Act that started eroding our freedoms away back in 2000 when they took down the Twin Towers. He came back to finish his job, right? He came back to finish his job, which he did. And now Trump, which it wasn't too long ago, he's coming back in to finish it off with how he wants to roll in
Yeah,
the Noahide laws.
he is the last trumpet.
Yeah, but again, how he said, the Christians vote for me, you'll never have to vote again. That means he's gonna become a dictator. To me, that's what it says. How he laughed and said, "I'm not Christian."
He's trying. He already said that he's working on trying to get a third term. Well, after a third term, he's going to work on getting a fourth term. Yeah, you're right. He's not going anywhere.
Yes, I have it here in the King James. All right, let me get it in the light so I don't mess this up.
Oh yeah, and he just up and changed the Gulf of America. This guy is already acting like a dictator, and I'm watching people that like Trump, and they're just loving it. And I'm like,
it up. Yes,
you guys not see?
No, again,
You guys not see?
That's where the delusion comes in, Pat. That's where the great delusion comes in. If they want to believe the lie, they will believe the lie.
Yeah, I know.
All right, finally.
It's just hard. It's hard to watch. It really is.
It's
I don't know how many times. Yeah. Yeah.
May I read?
Especially when you got a lot of loved ones that are falling for this.
You that are believing the lie. But again, Pat, we can't do nothing to wake them up. We've tried so hard to wake them up. The only one that can wake them up is the Holy Spirit, is the Lord himself.
I know. That's why I am not focusing on trying to wake people up anymore. I'm focusing on trying to bring people to Jesus Christ. Because that's where
spreading his word, spreading his righteousness.
Yeah. Yes. This is dire. I mean, we are so close. I just feel I feel like we are so close to going home. I can feel it. I'm starting to actually pep up. I'm actually ready. I'm actually ready to walk into a bullet. I feel like they can't hurt me.
I feel you, bro. There isn't. It's unstoppable.
Jesus. Helen says Jesus is coming. Jesus is on his way.
Yeah, but it's happening sooner than later. I do not think, man. I don't think we have much longer on this planet. If we make it to 2030, again, that's why they're speeding this whole agenda up. If we make it to 2030, it would be like a miracle. It really would.
By the end of this year, before this year's done. Before this year's done, I'm going to say before this year's done.
I wouldn't go that fast, Pat, but you never know. You never know.
Because I feel such a quickening that this cannot last longer than the year. Then no way.
More power to you, Pat. I hope it doesn't. But again, how you said earlier, how Jesus loves us all. He's long suffering. He wants everybody to come to him. So it could last longer than what we think. All right? Like I said, that's where I get my kind of anxiety up. I'm impatient. I want this to happen.
Yeah.
But that's me being
Jesus
selfish.
Is very patient.
That's me being selfish.
Right. I agree. I'm the same. I bet I'm the same way. I just want to go home. I'm so tired of this.
That's it.
But
But he did.
even though I wanted to go home and get out of here so badly, I would never ever take my own life. I would never
No.
do that to my kids. Never.
That's it. Look, you're not speeding anything up. You're making
And
it worse.
I wouldn't do that to Christ. I wouldn't do that to
Right.
Jesus.
Right. You're speeding things.
He doesn't
You're
want us to.
making things worse. And again, that's you being selfish.
Yeah, right. He don't want us taking our own lives.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
The Fathead says the Deagle report shows this year. Yeah, I seen that. It shows that the population is down to 65 million by next year.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to drop dramatically in 2025 with the Deagle report. Yes, they took that site down. That's
Yeah.
they
Oh,
took.
did they?
They said that someone. Yes, and they said that someone hacked it. That's all misinformation. Yeah, I seen a video on that.
Well, I
I
hope it
forget who
is. I
did
mean,
it,
that would be.
but I know that they took that those numbers. If you were to go on it now, those numbers wouldn't be like that. At least that's what I see. All right, I'm not going to say that because I didn't go and look at it myself. I didn't back it up, but I seen it and I kind of believed it because of the
Well,
discernment that I had.
yeah.
But again, yeah, that's what is Pat. There's what they're talking about with Trump. His new medical team was saying that they can cure cancer and give these new
Yeah.
viruses out. Was it
New. Don't
24
say
hours
it.
once they take your blood?
It's the V. The new V. Don't.
No, bro, no,
They got new
no, I
shots in
can't.
the
No.
arm that can cure cancer. Come on,
Oh my
guys. Don't.
goodness, it's
I.
such like I can't believe it. It's becoming like it's becoming cartoonish. It really is. It's becoming cartoonish. And listen, I don't know. And there's another thing. I heard Fauci got fired. Did anybody hear that
Oh
about
yeah.
Fauci getting fired? Why are they talking all this MRR stuff? And they're gonna fire one of the main pushers of.
I never heard that. I don't think
No,
that. No, he's. I never heard that.
I seen it today.
But they don't. They don't
But I
need
don't believe
Fauci.
anything
They
they
got.
say.
No, they don't need Fauci anymore.
I know they don't.
They got what's his name now? The tech guy.
Well, that's who's talking with the new MRAs, and they can cure cancer, and so listen,
And
they're going to give you a blood
if
test.
they are saying if they are saying that they're arresting people, I guarantee you they're shipping them over to some island where they can relax on a beach and shit. Their job's
Yeah,
done.
you get cured. You get cured. It's ironic. It's and people will fall for this too. They're going to give you. You take a blood test. They're going to tell you what's wrong with you, and then they're
Mhm.
going to make a vaccine up within a couple of weeks to cure
You
you.
just said it. I told you not to say that.
I'm sorry. I can't.
You have a short attention.
Look, you didn't catch on earlier too when I asked you if you took a nap. Remember we did that stream about I don't know. It lasted about 18 hours, and you took a nap on me.
I was sleeping on my live stream.
Yes, you were. And I can't find that
Yeah,
live stream. I can't find
I
that
used to
live
fall
stream, bro. Huh?
asleep. A lot of them got a lot. I lost a lot of my videos because something was said in them about medical misinformation.
Yeah,
They
medical.
cut yeah. That's all coming back. I can feel it. All these platforms they say there's going to be some serious what do you call it
where they what the hell do you call it?
Censorship?
When- Censorship. Yes. Yes, I can already see it on YouTube. The censorship is getting stronger.
All that's what they're introducing is a new algorithm. That's all.
Oh, dude, another thing I noticed on YouTube is my feed is opened up. I'm getting a whole lot of new people on my feed I've never seen before.
So that means maybe they're on. Maybe you're not shadow banned like you were. You know what I mean? The
Oh, yeah, I was.
algorithm's pushing your streams more because they want you to. I don't know, maybe do more, or you haven't been doing
Well,
like you were.
yeah, I haven't been talking about the now. Now that we're talking about it now, but I haven't talked about that in years. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, they took that little, naughty. You're not on a naughty list.
I will be again. It won't take long to get me back on
Come
there.
on, keep coming on. Oh no,
I can't believe I still haven't got 1,000 subs yet. 8 years and I've got 800 subs. That's all. I've got 800 subs. I've never seen close to 800 people in here. I've never seen 100 people in here. I've never seen 50 people in here at one time. So where are these 800 people coming from? That's like these big channels that have I don't know 200,000 or 500,000 people, and they've got maybe 100, 150 in their chat. It's like that don't make no sense. Where are the people? Because I heard
hold on,
very
Pat. I'll be
early on
right
when I
back.
started YouTube, I
I
heard
gotta
that
go.
I don't know if you I
I'll
don't
be
know if
right
you
back.
can still do it, but when I very first started YouTube, I heard people could buy subs, but I never wanted to do that. I just felt that was very wrong. But I don't know if you can still do that, but I think that's what people did is they were buying subs. You still can buy them. Clay says, did you hear what Zuckerberg said about having to comply with all the crap of the past against his will and why? Yeah, I heard that. He is lying out of his mouth so bad. I got an email about it just last week. Alan says, yeah, I did. Yeah, it is. I don't work at the bar anymore, so now I'm gonna be doing more videos. I had to get out of the bar. It just was not good for me. Um, I felt like I was in a drowning hole with people that didn't give a shit about anything, even though they were very nice people. They're all of them very nice people, but they were so dumb. Like I could, it was very hard to carry a conversation. I had to dumb myself down to carry on conversations, and that was very hard to do. It was by the time I got done on a 10-hour shift, I would get home. I had such a fucking headache, and my stress level was just through the roof, and I felt very, very drained. Like they were vampires and they had just drained all my energy. It literally, and I'm not kidding, it literally after 10 hours of working there, it took me 2 to 3 days to to to
Recoup.
revive myself. I'm not kidding you. I would be in bed hurting and just completely drained for 2 to 3 days.
Pat, they all that's what they consider an energy vampire. They live off of people's you could say misery. All right, no matter how much they're being nice or whatever, it's kind of like they're looking down on you. They don't mean to do it, but they do it. And again, it
Yeah.
drains you. It drains you of who we are, because it's like the negative sucks all that positivity out of you. And
Yeah.
especially if you don't
Angel.
have your guard up, it's very, you could say, humbling. And I that's why I kind of live in the woods now, and I want nothing to do with society because I know what it can do to you. It just again, our words are weapons. Our words hurt. And again, we don't even need to speak them, just our thoughts themselves. Even though a lot of our thoughts aren't even ours, that we're being attacked. Because again,
Hey, Angel.
God,
Hold on. Angels. Hold on. Angels don't fall. Yeah, you don't have a wrench. I'm in the process of taking everybody's wrench. I don't want any wrenches on the site anymore. Besides maybe one to three people, and I just want to completely get rid of all the wrenches. I just think that it's just kind of foolish to have everybody have a wrench. You know, I don't know. I'm just it's really not a big deal, but it just I just can get rid of the wrenches. You know,
the only thing you can do
that
with a
way.
wrench is post things. That's the only thing. Well, and delete people. But again, that's
Now, now is probably the time I should have everybody wrenched up if I'm going to talk about Jesus, because I'm sure a lot of people will come in here and start attacking. You know, just because we're talking about Jesus, but I doubt it because I go into a lot of channels where they're reading the Bible or whatever, and I don't see any shows that come in there. So, but that just because you don't have a wrench doesn't mean I don't love you. I love all of you.
you don't want to be blue anyway.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving, Cammy? Chloe says the only way to power a battery is by charging it. They were powering their battery off your charge. Yeah,
That's it.
I
That's
get it.
it. That's it.
Yeah,
Well,
and
suck you dry. There's a reason why Pat, I see all the pieces just falling right in place, and I can't believe that I haven't seen it sooner. It's like,
yeah,
why didn't I know this 20 years ago or 10 years ago? I wish I kind of would, but again, this is all predestined. It was meant to happen. Everything that we do, it was meant to be. It isn't like he's up there saying, "Oh man, what the is he doing? I can't believe he's." No, he knows us. He knows us better than we know ourselves.
right. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yes, it was all. Everything that we do was meant to be, good or bad.
yes, yes.
Yes.
He no matter I look at it this way. He's exactly like we would treat any of our children. They can't do any wrong to take our love away. No matter what
Yeah,
they do, I will still love them. And that's exactly the way Jesus is. He is love. He's truth. He's truth above all, but he's love. He's love.
well,
And that's
that's
all
what
he's
truth is. Truth
huh?
is love. Truth is love. That's what truth is. It's love.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
you have the opposite. You have the opposite of truth, which is lies. and that's nothing but hate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it is,
Yeah.
you know, it's like so
Yeah. You're right.
profound. We lose it sometimes, Pat, because we kind of think too much into it. You know what I mean? We're kind of constantly analyzing
Good night,
things,
Helen. Love you.
and it's just it. I don't. Again, I believe why it took so long for me to realize this, because if he would have gave it to me all at once, it would have crushed me. His love
Uh,
can literally wipe us out in a heartbeat. If he was to pour it all on us, we would be nothing at all. We couldn't comprehend it. We couldn't maintain living our lives, and
there.
it's just that real.
Yeah. Angels Don't Fall says there's channels I don't go to anymore because I don't want one, and asked if I could give it back, yet they won't take it back. Good night, Helen. You wouldn't believe how many people do lie and say it's out of love. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, that's false love. That's the fake light.
You know, how you guys know how hard it is to like when I was watching the Trump speak at his inauguration, and the priest and everybody that spoke, I was like listening close to every word they were saying, and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my god, oh my god, these guys they're like just putting shit out there, and I don't think people really listen,
Listen,
to what they're saying.
how can he not put his hand on the Bible when he was supposed to be swearing an oath?
Yeah.
I didn't
So
believe
yeah,
that when I could not believe it. And the one Bible was his mother's Bible, the one that his mother gave him. Like that's
yeah.
well,
Yeah, the first time he went through, he swore in, but a lot of people say, well, he doesn't need to swear in the second time. I think yes, you do. Just because you swore in the first time, your first term, you still got to swear in your second time if you get elected.
yeah,
I
because
don't understand why you wouldn't.
there was 4 years you weren't president, right? Why wouldn't you have to
And,
swear in again? You know what I mean? But
unless
again,
unless unless he was still president.
no, see, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Listen,
Some
but
people think
again,
it was
listen,
him,
I'll
or
give you
some people
here's
think it
a
was.
simple, Pat, I'm sorry to cut you off, but here's a simple little fact right here. When he signed the country over to FEMA to declare a national emergency, which has not been lifted yet, that means FEMA is running the country, not the president.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
he did do
fact.
that, didn't he?
Yes, that is a fucking fact. Excuse my French. Yes. Yes. As soon as you sign it
I
over
should
to
look into
FEMA,
it.
in a national emergency, FEMA is running the country, not a president. So when Biden came in, he wasn't really president, bro. FEMA was running the
Yeah,
country.
because
People don't
you never
realize
seen
it.
him in front of the. Listen, you
Yes,
never
they can't.
seen him in front of the. Listen to me. You never seen him in front of the president's seal. I've never seen him. Well, when he spoke at a little. They would set him up at a little desk, and it
Right.
never had the president's seal on it.
There-
But you see Trump on stage with that little desk, and they put that presidential seal on that baby.
Yes,
They put that presidential seal everywhere he goes. If he says one word, they put that fucking seal in front of him.
No,
You know?
see, that's true. Again, that's so. That's so profane, bro. Like, again, it's right underneath our noses, but people are too blind to see it, bro. They can't. It trips me out. Like, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I have very low education. Grew up on the streets. Was put in homes as a child. All that. And again, how can I comprehend this and the world can't? And again, it's not. None of the glory is mine. Nothing. He taught me it all. I give it all to the Most High, and that's the only thing that I can do. And when I do that, I'm looked upon as a leopard. I'm constantly being persecuted. But again, he said it. They persecuted me, so why won't they persecute you? And again, I had it all. I had a good job. I was making good money. I had a family. I had a good wife. Everything was good. And then slowly but surely, I took it for granted. I took it for granted. I did. And I watched it slowly get ripped away from me. Slowly but surely just get ripped away. And I've taken it as best as I could. As best as I could. Why it was slowly getting ripped away from me, though, this is the blessing. That's the curse. I've learned so much. I've learned so much. And again, it's not from no man, but the Spirit. The only man that did do it, he's gone. He's coming back very, very soon. And he's coming back as a lion. Not the lamb that he was when he was here in the past.
Right.
And I don't know what else to say about it. I can't say nothing else. It's just I don't understand how people can deny it. If they would just have a free mind, just open your mind and let the Spirit guide you. Don't guide yourself. That's where we went wrong our whole lives. That's why I didn't know these things that I know now. When I was 30 years old, 20 years ago. I'll just go back 20 years ago. But again, my awakening happened when I was 50. Kinda. That's when it really all hit me, and it was like I spent the 40 years in the wilderness. Right?
Hey, how are you not getting gray?
Huh?
How are you not getting gray?
Oh, Pat, I got something, bro. Look. I do have some. All right. Yeah, I have some in there. But you like my hair too, Pat? You remember I always had a shaved head. I just started. Yeah, I just started. Look, I can look like Ron on the
That don't look great either.
Look, see how I can pull my hair out?
It just seems like you should be more gray. I'm kind of jealous.
Well, I can't do nothing about. I didn't do it, Pat. I didn't do it. No, but again, I just started the gray hair. Excuse me for hollering, but the gray hair started about 10 years ago. Yeah, when I was about 40.
How old are you?
I'm 53. No, let me take that back, Pat. The gray hair didn't start till about 5 years ago. I'm 53. I just turned 53. When I was 48, I didn't have a gray hair on my head. I don't have no gray hair on my head. I have it in my beard. But it's just, Pat, again, it's health. I can't see, and that's another thing that I will testify to. I cannot believe how healthy I am since I I can believe it now, since I stepped away from pharmacia. Because as you know it, Pat, I used to shoot myself with 30 cc's a night of fucking insulin. And when the pandemic popped off, I stopped it all. And I'm actually coming up on my 4th year anniversary when I got kicked off of 68 milligrams of methadone. and by the grace of God, didn't go through a liquor withdrawal. After 20
Oh
years
wow,
on
yeah,
opiates. After 20 years on
yeah,
opiates.
that's
It's
that's
amazing.
incredible. But I
It
want to say
is.
something before I forget. That's another thing that a lot of people need to. If you if you do need to take something for your health that you desperately need, I personally would try to get 3 months of whatever it is ahead of
Supply.
time. See if you see if you can get a 3 month script or something because you, I think the medicines are going to be on short supply. See, what's going to happen here with his damn uh, tariffs that he put on that I don't think a lot of America realizes that these tariffs are going to cost the American citizen twice as much as what it would originally cost without the tariffs. Because everything that comes into this country that you need, you're the one that's paying extra for it.
And
So
look,
I don't see how tariffs are old time shit back in the old days. I don't see how how people can't see that this is going to further destroy the country.
yeah, it's all by design, Pat. It really is. And again,
Yeah, I know.
the pharmaceutical company since the pandemic happened, most of them only carry a month's supply of medicine. That's all they carry. They carry their month's supply of medicine, and that's it.
You should be
Eh,
able to get 3 months supplies.
But no, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying you can't,
Oh,
Pat. All right. But what I'm saying is most pharmacies these days only carry their normal monthly supply of medicine. You know,
okay.
and once because there's always shortages on medicine. You know, you go to certain pharmacies, they don't have the medicine. You know, because again, you're going kind of to a new pharmacy. They're only supplying
Oh
their
yeah.
little neighborhood.
And I love how anything that goes wrong or that's still going wrong that Trump hasn't fixed yet, it's Biden's fault and it's going to take some time to get over that. But everything else he can just snap 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 snap, but the taxes ain't coming down. All that shit ain't going anywhere.
Well, that's one thing he didn't. He didn't. He never ever said anything about the prices going up. That he would fix the economy. If you noticed, everything that he said that he was going to, and another thing is, what about the drones? He said he was going to come out and tell everybody what's going on with the drones,
Yeah,
and he did.
yeah.
Listen, everything that he said, I seen a message of his, a speech. It reminded me of draining the swamp. Like I heard this shit the last time. And I'm still waiting for him to lock Hillary up. What the fuck's going on there?
Yeah, no, he's firing everybody and putting his own people in there. But now
Yeah,
people are looking at it like, well, he has to do it for his own security. He wants, because he's been shot at supposedly.
yeah. I won't even get into that. That's oh my goodness. Did do you still watch Or I don't know if you
I
ever
don't.
seen them, but I think you have. But Russian
Yeah, I've
vids.
seen him before, but is he
All right,
still doing
now
videos?
he's got a new channel now. It's They Lie to Us. All right,
Oh,
and
yeah, okay.
and he did a thing on Trump with him getting his ear shot, and about how it's a symbolism. All right, to
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
got your ear pierced. All right, it's a symbolism of being free. They set you free, and if you don't want to be free, they pierce your ear, and then you're a slave for life. Right? You work with they own you for life. and it was back in Egypt.
No, there's something with him. What are you talking about? Something with him being shot in the ear. That has something biblical
Yes,
message to that.
yes, because his ear was pierced. All right, because
Yeah,
his ear was pierced. Now again, Russian Vince, he has a lot to do with numerology, and a lot of his stuff is real.
yeah,
You know it's real from just your discernment. All right, and when he
yeah,
tied it to back in Egypt in the slavery days, I think it was the Jews. They had to let their slaves go every 7 years, or they wiped the debt clean every
yeah.
seven
A lot of
years.
people.
And then
Okay, stop.
if
Hold
you
on.
didn't want, that's all right. If you didn't want that to happen, you got your ear pierced and you were theirs for your life. And
A
that's
lot of
kind of
people
like,
don't realize. A lot of people don't realize is that Trump is a Jew. A Jew. He is. I don't know what they call. The Jews look up to him like like a Messiah type. So he he is bringing in. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but he's bringing in the seven Hyde laws. Did you hear him say that that the American citizens will have something about? I can't specifically say his exact words, but he told the American citizens that they would have the laws, um, some about the laws will be for everyone, and everyone will have to comply. He said that in his inauguration somewhere. He was
I heard
talking about
that.
this, but
Yes,
he didn't say the seven high laws. But that's what he's bringing in.
yes,
Do you know what the seven high laws are?
the seven Noahide laws. Yeah, it's the Jewish laws. Yeah, and they look down on
Yeah,
Christians. They say we should
yeah,
be beheaded and beaten.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's Pat, I hate to say it, right? I really don't want to say it, but if you remember about 7 years ago when FEMA bought a bunch of FEMA, yeah, I won't say it. You know where I'm going.
Alex
All right,
Jones was
yeah. So that's exactly
yeah.
that's it. He actually had
Alex Jones was talking about that.
he had
No, Alex Jones was talking about that years ago. Hold on, wait. Alex Jones was talking about that years ago. That FEMA had brought in 350,000 guillotines made
made
by
by Chanel.
Chanel or something like that. Yeah, and if you go and look at the Chanel, go and look at the logo of Chanel. Are you listening to me?
Yes,
If
I'm
you
listening
go
to
and
you.
look,
It has the
if you
Vesica
go and look
Pisces
at,
in
if
it.
you go and look at the Chanel logo, it looks like it's all red, and it's got blood dripping, like a dripping. It looks like blood dripping off their logo.
But if you look at their
So
main logo, it's two circles together, and there's a Vesica Pisces in it, British, you know. But Pat, they call them paper cutters. They're not guillotines. They're considered paper cutters. You remember the paper cutters in our class back in the day with the fucking. Well, that's what these guillotines. Yes, That's what the Chanel
back
guillotines
then
are
we could
considered.
have cut our fingers off with that damn thing. I could you imagine that in a school today with these people with these kids today having that sharp of a tool in the class?
No. Look, it wouldn't be. They can't have them. Uh, Pat, it's too. I hate laughing at it because there's some. It's wicked. It's wicked.
Yeah,
But I
it is.
can't. But I
What
can't. I can't cry. I won't. I refuse to cry anymore about it. I can't. So I laugh. I chuckle. And kind of hide my comfort. You know, that's
mm,
what we do, right? It's hard, bro. But look, it's hard for a reason. It's it isn't really hard. It's hard when we look upon it as negative, right? And we just have to take. We need that negativity to grow. It's called myrrh. Myrrh. We need the wheats and the tares both need the myrrh to grow, and that's you know that's it. That's it. Look,
Yeah.
I've been kind of struggling with wanting to go to the hospital because I have a hernia that I've been dealing with for about the last 2 years. But I hear all the horror stories about a hernia. Now, this is the second one I had. I had one before when I was about, I don't know, 11, 10. And it was back then, it was like a procedure that took a couple of days. All right. Now, just well, not
Yeah.
recently, about, I remember 20 years ago, my brother had his hernia done and it was an in and out. It was an in and out thing. Now, but again, I hear a lot of people with the mesh that they get put in. It's defaulty and blah blah blah. So I'm kind of just dealing with that, and hopefully, eventually, it heals itself. Anything's possible. I'm not going to say that it is going to, but again, I've been through worse, and I'm kind of refusing. I don't want to go back to the hospital. I don't want nothing to do with that.
I don't. I don't blame you, man. I've been hearing horror stories about the hospital myself, about going into hospitals and shit myself. They're getting worse and worse. I think a lot of the hospital people, I think were the DEIs. I think that's what they call them. Them hired through a certain, like they don't know shit, but they're being put on in the job.
Right,
You know what I'm talking
to
about?
fill in. Yeah, just to do, not to not
Yeah, the
to.
program that that's like them people that were guarding Trump. Them what do they call them? The DEIs or something like that. The
I
new
think
hires.
I think DIY.
Okay,
It's
DIY. So I noticed. I think that's why it's been bad all over the hospitals. You talking go anywhere for service, and most of the time it's not as good as it used to be. You know, and you go into gas stations, the bathrooms are dirty. They're not kept up. It reminds me of down south, like when you go down. And I'm not picking on all the southern people, but I used to drive down south all the time, and the closer I would get to Florida, I would go into the bathroom, and they seemed like they'd be dirtier than as you're going south. The bathrooms would get dirtier. Now it's that way everywhere.
okay.
The level of service has gone downhill.
Yes, yeah. People, they don't care no more. They're, 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 they're what is it? What's the saying? Going by to get by. They're just doing it to get by. They don't. They have. Look, I'm not one for pride because the devil fell from too much pride. But you should still have somewhat of pride in your work, pride in what you do,
Right.
respect. And look,
Yeah.
that's been slowly being eroded from like the 60s when they did all the like the hippies and kind of that agenda, right? The free love, right? Even though that sounds great and all, but you look at what it took away. It took away the purpose of work, kind of, right? Because after the hippie generation, they took the woman. After they already had the man out of the home, they took the woman out of the home, right? With the women's
Destroyed the
right, blah blah blah.
destroyed the
Yeah,
nuclear family.
yes, and that pushed the child into under the government, and we were taught nothing but lies, bro. Our whole life has been nothing but lies upon lies upon lies. It's crazy. It's that's where a lot of people
Angels don't.
their cognitive dissonance switches in their brain, and they go to the reptilian. They go to that little fight or flight, and they fucking run, or they'll stand and they'll disagree with you. They can't comprehend it. It's a cognitive dissonance. Their whole reality has just been fractured, and they can't fathom it. They're like,
I
no.
wonder. I wonder. Do you ever think about this? The stuff that they were putting in people's arms back in COVID days. Maybe that had some effect on the kids,
Well,
thinking they're
of course,
having.
no, Pat, you look at, of course it did, because again, in my mind, right now, I'll just give a simple example. Everybody wearing those masks, that's putting a baby in solitary confinement, bro. That's taking a baby, all right? That's just like taking you, throwing you in solitary confinement for months. That baby, because again, he can't see the facial expressions on his. That it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. Now again, the vaccines, you have like Robert Kennedy and all that. Autism's
There
taken
you go.
off.
Why do you keep saying that word? You're gonna get me. You're gonna get
You already
this
said it.
thing's
You
going
all
viral.
right, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You said
You notice
COVID.
how you
I'm
notice
gonna
how
get.
all these other fucking channels, these big ass channels, can say anything, and they don't get their videos taken down, but I sure will. But
I
anyways,
know that, Pat.
it's all right. It's all
And
right. It's not.
but again, Pat, I can't censor my. Listen. It goes. I was thinking earlier, like before I came back here, right? I stopped and I go to the dollar store. Right, that's where I get most of my things. All right. Now there's this girl in there who always wants to small talk, constantly talking behind the register. All right. And I don't know what it is about her. She just rubs me the wrong way. I hate to say that, I really do. She just gets under my skin. All right, and she wants to ask me about if I watch the football game. Now I'm pretty sure she knows I'm homeless because I'm in there every day, almost in the same clothes. All right, buying blah blah blah. All right, now, but again, I don't care about that. None of that has nothing to do with it. But she asked me if I watched the football game. Pat, I can't take small talk no more. Like you were saying earlier, how you had to dumb yourself down. Right? I can't take it. Right? I said no. I didn't watch the football game. I said I really don't watch sports no more. I said besides, the NFL's fixed. And I said, you can clearly see it if you watch the later game with the Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. I said, and that's exactly why I don't watch it. I said, it's become WWE to me. I cannot just give her a simple question like, oh, yeah, I watched the game, blah, blah, blah. I cannot do it. I can't, and I
Yeah.
refuse to do it. I refuse to do it anymore. If someone's going to answer me a question, I'm going to give them exactly what I am thinking. I've always been like that. My life is an open book. You have anything to ask me, I will give you nothing but 100% what happened to me and what I felt from it and what I've learned from it. And trust me, how I said earlier about looking back, hindsight is 2020. It is. You can learn so much by hindsight. That's why we ought to look back upon our past and how we thought and blah, blah, blah. Because we learn something every time. It's like watching a movie. And for the second time, you're going to learn something new, right? So, again, that is kind of
Yeah.
good. But it is also it's a curse too, because a lot of it leads to bad memories. But again, that's what we need to not dwell upon our bad memories. We need to dwell upon the good ones, right? And why we did go through that and where we are now. It's not where we've been, it's where we are now. And that's, but
Right.
again, I can't do that no more. I just can't small talk with people no more. I got to get right into it. And
Well,
and and,
if I'm
and,
being if I if I'm being totally honest, I still struggle with my anger issues, and pe- people uh, have making me. I get very angry when I'm around people. I just
yeah,
I,
no,
I
Pat.
I have
Yeah.
very little patience, and that's what I need to work on is my anger and patience.
Yeah,
Um,
because listen,
I
I'm
definitely
sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry to cut you off, but when you're angry, you can't think right. And that happens to me
right,
so much. And that's why the adversary does that. That's why he knows what makes you angry. He knows pushing those buttons, bro. It's
and I
it
feel bad because I blow up at people, like a real quick snapback, and that's not me. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I just, I got to get away from people. I'm just like, I need a break.
oh yeah, leave me
But
alone for
yeah.
a little bit. No, Pat, it's that deep, bro. There ain't nothing we can do about it. There really isn't. We can't do nothing about it. Except the only thing we can do is control our reaction, control our emotions, because our faith runs deeper than our feelings. Our
Yeah,
faith.
well, I mean, when I do that, I tell myself that the Lord says we need to love everyone and love our enemies, even though they're not my enemies. But I try, I really do try to love everybody,
It's
and
hard. Yeah.
that, yeah, it's very hard to do. But I don't know. I mean, I get angry, but I'm not angry. I'm not really angry at the people. I'm just angry and frustrated with the situation. And the more that gets piled on, and the more that I'm seeing the real shit that the truth behind it. As it's happening, I know the truth behind it automatically. It just pops in my head. Like, I don't know where it's coming from. I just know what's going on, really what's going on. And it gets so frustrated because I'm watching the people fall for this shit, these lies and stuff. And like you said, there's nothing that we can do about it. They have to wake up on their own. We've been shouting for years, and nobody's listening.
No one will. We're considered freaks, Pat. It's again. It's because we're going against the grain. We're going against the grain, and but we just gotta keep on going. Just keep going. There's
Oh yeah, when I made that video earlier, sorry to cut you off, but I made a video earlier. I was outside,
yeah.
and
I couldn't
I
listen
felt
to
it.
it all. I couldn't listen to
Yeah,
it all.
I,
For real. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
You gotta try. You gotta try to get through it because this is what's happening. And I noticed this when I listened to it back before I uploaded. I listened to the whole thing back. And before I did the video, I was going to do the video in here, but I felt like it should be done outside for some reason. I don't know why, but I felt, and it's cold outside. As you can see, it's very windy. So I got in my car and I drove to a spot where I thought I could do the video. I got out and my paper that I was holding was just kind of blowing everywhere. I was trying to, but anyways, I I noticed as I watched it back that every time that I was bringing up that I was bringing up Jesus and something very important that I wanted to say, the wind would just drown me out. It was the wind came out of nowhere and just drowned me out. And then the wind would calm down as I was done saying whatever I was saying about that. The wind would completely calm down, and you can hear me very
Fine.
well. And
Yes.
whenever I would bring Jesus up again, the wind would kick back up. Go and look, watch it again. I'm not kidding.
Oh my goodness. Pat, I noticed the same thing, bro. I noticed the same thing. Honest to God, bro. And then look, I got about maybe a
So,
minute into
so
it,
there,
and a couple of I'm like, I can't. I don't. Let me go back to what I was doing. But
yeah,
I was very
yeah,
interested in it. Right? I
and
knew where you were going with
that
it.
I think that was the reason that it had to be done outside because it was showing that the censorship, even the, and I know this is going to sound very weird, like people aren't going to believe, like you and the people in here will probably believe it, but a regular person, not going to believe this. But they don't only censorship on platforms and stuff like this. He's what, Prince of Air, right?
Yes, yes,
Who's the
yes.
Prince of
Prince of
Air?
the Airways. Prince of the Airways. Yes, yes. And I've
So
noticed that a lot of times, there's times where I'm watching videos. All right, I'm watching a video, and I'm learning, right? And the video will dim down on me, bro, or it'll cut off
yeah,
on me. Yes, yes, without a doubt, Pat, without a doubt.
uh,
There ain't. That's 100%. And look again, if people don't believe I'm sorry to say this, but that's your judgment, right? You want to go there. Me necessarily, I wouldn't go there. I really wouldn't.
go where?
But again,
Go where?
saying that that's crazy, that's wild, that it couldn't happen. You understand
Oh yeah,
something? What
right.
we just told, what we just told about it. If you're saying that couldn't happen, that wouldn't happen, that's just again a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. It's synchronicity. That's what they were there for. That's what that deja vu is there for, to remind you, Pat. Like you said, when you see something or hear it, it's like it just pops into your head. All right, you don't know where it comes from. That's the Holy Spirit guiding you,
G,
teaching you.
G, Chloe says the Prince of Air, who is who?
That's
I believe
Satan,
it's Satan. Yeah, Satan.
Lucifer, Lucifer,
Lucifer.
the
That's what. Yeah,
principalities of air age.
yeah,
It's the one that rules this world, and Satan does rule this world. That's why you
yeah.
look at it's
That's
so
why.
prominent.
That's why Satan made the offer to Jesus in the desert when he was in the desert for 40 days.
Right. All this could be
Uh,
yours.
Satan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
All
yeah.
this could be yours. Yes. And that was the second time he rebuked them. That was the
Hmm.
second one. I think he took them up on the high places and said, all this land could be yours. And then the third time was in the desert after he fasted for 40 days.
Yeah.
Which symbolizes the
Satan's a
40 years that the Israelites were in the wilderness.
Satan's got to be a pussy because he's always
He's a
got to hide
coward.
behind.
He's a
Yeah,
coward.
coward.
He is. He's a
He's always
coward.
got. He's always got to hide. He, you know, the tricks and the lies that have been played on the public is. I mean, if they ever knew exactly everything that happened, they probably would lose their freaking mind.
Pat, I believe. Look, I believe eventually everybody's wildest sci-fi dream is going to come to reality with Project Bluebeam and all this blue shit that they're doing, all this shit.
I can't.
And I
I
won't even
can't
go
believe
into.
they're actually trying to bring that in. I didn't
Look,
really think they would try that.
it
Huh?
is. It is. And Pat, I believe that's one reason why they're spraying intentionally more, bro. Because I believe with the aluminum and the barium, it's making the air more of a screen so they can project on it instead of just in the sky. Right,
Hmm.
and that's what you have that fog that they're producing. Who knows what the fuck that fog is, bro? When I seen that fog and the materials in it, I was like, yo, that is to where they can
Oh,
fucking create anything out of midair.
when you seen what?
The fog, the
Oh,
mysterious
fuck.
fog that smelled like
Yeah,
sulfur, blah blah blah.
yeah.
Again, that to me that creates. I believe that they're going to be able to project anything they want in that type of material that they have falling. Now, again, there's a lot of people that say that fog. That happened shortly after the Pope opened those 5 portals, and that was kind of the smoke coming out of the pit because it smelled like
That's the first.
sulfur.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't think of
freaky,
that.
bro. Yes, that's freaky. And a lot of people think these drones on the West Coast that are above me are the locusts coming out of the pit.
That of course it will, but at the same time, it's all fear tactics,
Yeah,
right?
no, yeah, yeah.
If people
Yeah,
can if people can lose their fear over everything, that's like that's most
I,
of the battle right there.
yeah, yes. When people are in fear, like that's what I was just saying earlier. You can't think right. When fear or
Just like the
anger.
people, just like went back when in 2020 when people were wearing masks and they would walk in a restaurant and walk to the table and then take their mask off. I was like, what in the? I was like, I can't. Am I in a cartoon or a movie or something? Because this ain't right.
Pat,
And I was sitting right across from my cousin, who is a nurse in the emergency room, and I said, "Are you serious?" Because she wore the mask when we walked into Applebee's, and then when we got to our table, she took her mask off, and I said, "You got to be kidding me with this shit! Do you think us sitting down here is going to protect you? Like what? I don't get it." How are these? How does that? How do you make that right and logical in your mind? Hey, boy.
even more funny is the plexiglass that they put up. They put a piece of plexiglass like the COVID can't go around the plexiglass. And
uh,
the whole fucking thing, bro. It was it's something I don't want to remember, but I can't forget. I
yeah,
really
no,
don't
I
want to
can't.
remember
Can't get it out of my
because
head.
I think that's where. Well, I know
People are
that's
still
what.
wearing a fucking mask.
Yes, they
I'm sorry
are.
for swearing.
Well, bird flu's coming back.
Yeah, I know. They're. I've been telling people that this is gonna happen all over. That was a complete test run, and they are gonna do this for real this time, and they're gonna mandate that everybody has this new shot, they're going to mandate it. But make sure mandates don't mean shit. You
No, they
stand
don't,
on your
though.
own free will, and you do not let them put that shit in your body.
Well, I know it's right. Klaus Schwab even said the next pandemic will make COVID look like a picnic. So they already have it planned. They're just waiting for it to come out. And
Well,
that's where
what Fauci said the same thing, basically.
right,
He said
right.
he said you'll remember the next one.
Yeah. Well, and Gates. Gates said it
Oh,
too.
that's what I meant. That's what I
But
meant,
yeah,
Gates. I'm
Gates, not
sorry. I
Fauci,
said
Gates.
Fauci, but I
Yeah,
meant Gates.
yeah.
Yeah.
And why he looks at his wife and so-called wife and laughs. It's
And
so.
chuckle, yeah.
It's so. And they call that something too. When they laugh after telling something that's very evil. I forget what they call that, but that's a certain. They have a name for that. But what I was going to say about
Yeah, Floyd.
that's why we have
Single
an egg
person driving with a
shortage.
mask in the car.
That's why we have an egg shortage right now, Pat. That's why you can only go to a store and buy 2 dozen eggs because of what we were just talking about, the bird flu.
I heard they were destroying millions and billions of chickens. They've been destroying our food farms for many years now. I'm telling you, oh my God, this I'm not worried. It gets to me sometimes. It's just overwhelming sometimes because no, like people are acting like 10 years ago or 15 years ago, like let's just go to work, go to the bar, go home and sleep it off, and let's do it all again the next day. No worries in the world. Um, Everything's popping off left and right, but hey, we're okay.
It just look, we didn't. Again, I'll take it as far back as 200 years ago. I believe America was an experiment. They couldn't do what they wanted to do underneath the Queen, so they came over here and they started it. They realized what they could do. They made the Queen. They beat the Queen or king, blah blah blah, whatever. Joined forces with them. I don't know, whatever you want to say. But again, now they're done with America. They're done with it. They know what they can do, and now they want to take over the world. And if you want to say who they is, well, I'll go to the elites. I don't know what you want to call them, Bohemian Grove.
Let's just call them the richest
Yeah,
people in the world.
that's exactly what it is. The ones that want total control over us. That's why they don't want the dollar no more. They don't want the petrodollar no more. They're killing it. It's dead. But the only
Well,
ones
yeah,
that keeping it
they
alive
want to.
are us. Is America. And again, with Trump in here now, this nation that was supposedly formed as a Christian nation on Christian values was a lie. We believe it, but it was a lie. It was never formed on Christian values. Sorry to say that, but I'm not. I shouldn't apologize. I'm. Uh, May I just say I love being the one that bears the bad news.
They made a perfect movie. They made a perfect movie about what's going on right now. You ever see Idiocracy?
Yes, clogs. Everyone's wearing clogs, and they said, what can we put on these people's feet that will never be worn? People will never put them on their feet.
I don't remember that. They had clogs on their feet.
Yes, that's where clogs come from.
But
Yes, that's
I
so.
know I remember that they use Gatorade to water their plants and shit, and they're like, why don't the plants ever
Yeah.
grow? We
Well,
can never grow food.
again, it's like they write about what they do. They write about what they do. Predictive programming. It really is.
Mhm.
Look, you can even take it as far as Soylent Green, which was a movie made
Yeah,
back in the 60s, and people are finding shit in McDonald's food, children's parts in McDonald's food. And you can even take it as far as children's
no, come
STEM.
on, don't go that far. Don't go that far. No,
This is for entertainment
it's
purposes only.
we need to keep the new people around the interested in what's facts that we can prove.
All right, I'm sorry. Don't Google that. But you could probably find it on Google though,
I
because
don't even want to know.
everything's being brought to light. That's what a
Yeah,
lot of people they can't handle it, Pat. They can't handle it. The truth is coming out, and people just can't. They can't handle it. They refuse to even what you to even like give it a thought. Which is I can't see how you can do that because again you should test everything
yeah.
everything
And Gates,
question everything.
well, he says, and Gates bought all the farmland. Really is all land up. Yeah,
Well, see, yeah,
Gates is one funding it all.
I seen a
Yeah,
meme. We're worried about. They were worried about TikTok. All right, they were worried about the app TikTok when China owns all of our farmland, and that happened during the pandemic. China bought it all up. Okay, Gates in China, but
yeah,
it's kind of the same thing because Gates ain't for America. He ain't even for Silicon Valley.
yeah. Chloe says it's easier for someone to believe a lie than to believe they have been fooled.
That's right.
Yeah. I remember when I first woke up. When I first woke up, I woke up to 9/11. I went through so many emotions, so many different emotions. You know, you go through the fear, you go through the angry. Angry was the last one, but uh, disbelief at what you're seeing. I mean, I went through so many emotions, sadness. I, I'm sure you guys all did too.
Yeah,
The lies are, huh?
remember, I remember exactly where I was when that happened. I'll never forget. I was on a roof in
Yeah.
South Philly. I was on a roof in South Philly trimming a tree, and the people on the roof, the people in the house, they come down. You gotta go home. We were like, what? And they were like, yeah, come in and look. And you see it on we seen it on the TV. My son was born 2 months later. My wife was 7 months pregnant when that happened.
Oh
I
wow.
was yeah, that was, and I remember going the 45-minute hour ride home. Like, man, what the fuck is going on? What is going on?
Hmm.
I thought it was kind of the end. I thought we were being attacked, bro. It was going down.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I think I'm gonna get going here. We've been 3 hours and 20 minutes. Um,
Yeah,
but I'll probably do a live tomorrow, maybe, or either tomorrow or Wednesday. So if you feel like coming on with me again, stop by or shoot me your email or something. I don't know. Do you have email?
yeah, yes I do, Pat. Yes I do.
Okay.
I'll send it to you, I guess, on Messenger. Where it's treemanswain3 @gmail.com.
Yeah, send it to me.
Yep.
Yeah, send
Yep.
it to me in Messenger. But
Not a problem,
do
Pat.
you
Thank you
would
for
you like
having
to
me come on, Bill.
would you like to say a prayer to head us out?
All I can say is, Heavenly Father, please lead us to where you want us to be, where your will be done. I thank you for all that you do, all your blessings, for living with us, even though we're filthy sinners. Heavenly Father, thank you for shedding your blood on the cross for us. I give all the thanks to you. May you keep us dressed in your holy armor. I thank you for all. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thanks
Thank you,
for
Paul.
saying the prayer. Thanks for coming on. Thank you guys. Thanks to everybody for showing up. Like I said, I'll probably what I'm going to do with the Mandela Effect videos, instead of, maybe I'll do a few on a live stream, but I think I'm just going to do them and do them as videos, because they're really hard to do on a live stream. So
Yes,
I'll probably make
it's all
some
been
videos
done.
on that.
But Pat,
What's
you
that?
did good, bro. I said it's all been done before, but you did good. But yeah, you weren't like you used to be, right? It's been a long time, bro.
Yeah, no, but this is different. This is not just the Mandela effects that I'm showing. This is some of the Mandela effects have CP3O has found a meaning for them, you know, and that's what I wanted to get into. I didn't really get into it tonight too much. We
Right.
did hit a couple of them, but there it was mostly just watching video. I should have
You
watched
taught
the
me.
video before I put it on air, you know.
You
But
taught me a
anyways,
new one. I never knew the thinking man had his hand open. I never knew that there was a third one.
oh, I didn't
Yeah,
either.
that freaked me out,
I didn't
bro.
know that either.
Yeah, yeah. But all right, like I hope we could do this again, Pat. I appreciate it, bro. I love
Yeah,
you,
for
bro.
sure. If I don't go on tomorrow, for sure Wednesday I'll be on. Hey, Black
Yep.
Cat. Yes. If you join the next time, I'll make sure we bring you on, Black Cat. But we've been on for 3.5 hours, and I don't want to get into making these very long ones, because people don't watch these long ones. So I'm either gonna do 1 hour, 1 hour at a time, you know, and then if we hit an hour and we still want to talk, I'll shut it down and restart another one. Because
Right.
3 hours on one stream, people aren't going to watch that, and I want
No, yeah,
people
I
to
know it's a
watch
long
these
time,
videos.
bro. Just to watch someone
Yeah.
talk, right? Yeah, I agree. I agree, but it is what it is, Pat.
But go, if you want to look at the stuff on by yourself, go to 3P C3PO's channel, and you can watch them for yourself and look over the Mandela effects and look at what he found. Uh, I think he's right on with some of these. That anyways,
Yo, all
love you
right,
guys.
I'm out of here. Love you all. Thank you, Pat. Love you, bro. Talk to you soon.
Love you too, man. Nice talking to you. All right, Chloe, Black Cat, Cammy, and I'll text you as soon as I'm done, Cammy. So with that, I love you guys, and I'll probably see you tomorrow or Wednesday.